Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Are you an excessive talker? Do you have a gift to gab? I know I do. Let's get started and talk about it. I am improving on this, but many of you can probably tell, even though most of my videos are 5 minutes or less, I do talk really fast. I'm kind of loud, and I have a gift to gab, and I just get really excited and hyper about talking. Well, if you were around me in real life, you would hear that I talk quite often, and sometimes I can be an over talker. Let's put it this way, and an overshare. Sometimes because I don't have a filter, I'm even surprised at some of the things I say, and some of you may be too. So, some of the things may not always be socially acceptable. Can I get a hello, or can anyone even identify with this? I am improving on this, but that's kind of what I wanted to chat with you guys about today, because over the years, sometimes I'll ask people questions that I'm like, oh no, why did I ask that? Now, this I've really improved on, but you know, my voice tends to carry. And I remember the first time when I spoke to my husband on the phone, this is when he was living in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I had already moved from Minnesota to Dallas, and I was on the phone with him, and he had the phone out to hear because I was talking so loud, and everyone else in the room behind him could hear our entire conversation. So that kind of tells you. My voice carries. A library would never hire me. One of my friends told me, Dawn, would you please use your non-existent indoor voice? So as you can tell, and I've had several times at several of the product demos that have thought that I was on the intercom when it was my regular speaking voice. I've asked customers if they heard me out in the parking lot. One of them said, yeah, I heard you from over at my house, so I needed to come get a sample. So I enjoy people, I love it, but sometimes I get really excited and I talk really fast, and then I get bored, and then I'll hop from conversation to conversation and conversation. So it does cause some issues. It is something I'm working at. Now, even though I talk a lot, the good thing is, I know it may be hard to believe, but I am a really good listener, and I ask a lot of good open-ended questions, and I learn a lot about people. So people like talking to me because they feel like I'm non-judgmental and easy to talk to. And even though I talk a lot and I'm hyper, I am good about picking up social cues. In other words, it's black or white. You either really like me and think I'm fun, or I'm way too much for you and you wish I had an off button. It's either one or the other. And so this would be a social cue. I'm talking to someone in the store and I'm saying hi, and they're going, uh-huh, and they're kind of going like this, uh-huh, and they're looking at the person next to them, and they're looking at the watch. I even told one person, I said, I'm picking up on that social cue that you need to go now. And they actually laughed, because they were going like this, like, uh-huh, looking at their watch that wasn't on their wrist, going, uh-huh. And so I know that I can talk. It is something I'm working on. The issue with being an over talker is sometimes you may embarrass someone or say something not socially acceptable, not meaning any harm, but in today's society, as we know without getting into details, there's so many things that we have to be cautious and careful of not saying. And when you're me, who's overly friendly and gregarious and want to love on everyone, like I'm the type of person that would love to run up to everyone and hug them. Well, unfortunately, that's not appropriate nowadays, you know, but I still think everyone's cute, and I want to just squish everybody. But I just have to calm down, and I just get so excited being around people. My mother said I was that way when I was 2. We were on a road, we're driving around, and my mother and I was kind of crying. We were out, you know, with no people at all, and I started kind of crying. I was 2.5. My mom said, what is wrong, Dawn? What is wrong? And I said, I went like this from my car seat. I said, where's the people? Where are all the people? I want to see people. And I just started kind of crying because I wanted to see people. My parents just laughed. So this is something I'm definitely working on. And I have to tell you, the problem with being an over talker is I get impatient when other people talk. Not when many people talk, but if somebody has a monotone voice, or they make a short story long, or they're slower in their speech, probably because they're actually trying to think before they speak rather than me, who just blurts things out, you know, and they're trying to kind of talk slower and formulate their thoughts. I kind of sometimes finish their sentences for them, and because I get excited. Probably the hardest thing for me are people that make a short story long, or people that kind of drone. And that is something that I am working on, so that I don't overshare, that I don't interrupt, that I'm an effective, respectful listener to other people. This is a little character flaw in me that I am working on currently. Let me know if any of you have this issue. Do any of you have the gift of gab? I want to hear from you in the comments below. That's all I have to say for now. I love you, I appreciate you, and please come back for tomorrow morning's video. Bye-bye.